All right, I believe we are live. Okay. Good morning, beloveds. I've had a morning. Yeah. Last night, I got the ordination that I was going to go to on Saturday got canceled. Not canceled, rescheduled because of the winter weather. CLC has made the decision to cancel in-person Sunday services. We will still have Jesse's talk. He's just going to do it. It's just going to, yeah. So on Sunday, if you don't have to go anywhere, don't go anywhere. CLC will not be open. We went to Walmart last night. Yeah. The good thing is that everything we went there for, they had. We wanted to get a couple of curtains to block out one of the guest rooms. Our windows are just heat sinks. So, you know, and I was able to get curtains, and they did have a couple of little mini heaters just in case. So, yeah. So now we're in the process of making sure everything's charged up because, you know, this weather is, we just don't know. We just don't know. And so we're just going to go with it. Okay. So that's what you definitely want to know is the Sunday service in person is canceled, but will happen online. It will be available on YouTube and Facebook at 11. So yeah. Okay. All right. Other than that, let's do this. So let's do the rest of the housekeeping, which is just me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. Website is creativelife.org. Constant contact email, info@creativelife.org. And that email has gone out. So if you haven't checked your email, please check your email about the center being closed and let everybody that you know. It is a constant contact, which is a blind CC. So nobody's going to see your email. The hot links are hot. So if it says click here now, it means it. It'll take you right to the information of the person that can help you. And it's a real person doing it. He doesn't have time for more than one email unless something unusual happens. And as I have said, it's almost always weather related, i.e. it's going to freeze. So, yeah. All right. And then the last thing is the social media, which I'm grateful for. No, we don't monetize the social media, so please, know that. But I'm grateful for the social media because it means we can still do the Sunday service for you. It's just going to look a little different and, you don't get to fist bump or hug anybody. Sorry about that. So you're just going to have to hug whoever's in the house with you, including your fur babies. Which, by the way, if I look a little, that's the other thing is Dante's just been climbing all kinds of places he shouldn't be. It's driving me crazy. So, all right. Now, a new design for living. Oh, there they are. I was like, I don't know what I'd done with my reading glasses. A new design for living was written towards the end of Ernest's life. This is the process of science of mind. For government paperwork, yes, we are a religion, but the reality is we are a philosophy. We are a way of life. And that is what this is. The new design for living is Ernest writing like step-by-step instructions on how do you do this. That's what he's doing. So it's really good. We started chapter 6, which is Great Possibilities, yesterday. And so today we are going to do Proving a Theory. Let us turn from the cosmos to a seed. There is not much difference theoretically, in spite of appearances. We consciously plant a seed in the ground. What happens? According to a law of nature, there is an unfoldment of the seed into definite form, and always a form which is the outward manifestation of an inner pattern. Applying the same process to a thought, we find that according to a law in nature, the thought develops into a condition or experience which is a complete embodiment of the concept or idea contained in the thought. Okay. which is really important if you consider all of the negative thoughts and how we are going to embody those negative thoughts. Okay? We come to the conclusion that our whole experience in life is but the unfolding of ideas that have consciously or unconsciously been entertained by us. If we take this as the key to our use of the cause and effect, we shall see that the starting point, so far as we are concerned in designing a new life, is to shift the whole base of our thought from the belief that we are controlled by outward circumstances and enslaved by them, to the realization that the same creative spirit that made everything, that is the cause of everything, is at the center of our being in all of its fullness. Okay? We are not controlled by outward circumstances. We have that within us, which is the same thing that created everything around us. And we have access to that same creativity. Okay? All this perhaps sounds like a very wonderful theory, but does it work? It is just like any other theory. It will remain a theory until it is proved. The proof of any truth rests only in our practical use of it. Okay? And he says practical use of it. This is meant for everyday life. Everything that you could possibly do. I've had those conversations with prac students. It's like, well, I don't, when they come for their quarterly, their each class, each 10-week session, they have to have a practitioner and they have to go to a different practitioner. And I think it's so that they can see all of the different styles. That's at least my theory. But I've had students come to me and say, well, I don't really have anything that I need to work on. Okay, well, that's great. Let's pray for more of the good that you have. You don't have to go to a practitioner just because you have a problem. You don't have to do a treatment just because you have a problem. The best thing to do, and this is one of the things that Jesse talks about on a regular basis, the best thing to do is treat when everything is going well. You want to create, I like to call it a well-worn path. You want to create that well-worn path so that when the things do go sideways, your feet know where to go. You don't have to stop and think, oh, well, I should do a treatment, and what are the 5 steps of treatment? No, because you have practiced every day on the good stuff. When stuff goes sideways, it's like it's already a habit. You know what to do. You know what the 5 steps, or if you use 7, because there's the denial and reaffirmation if you want to use that. You know what to do. You've already tested the theory. You've practiced with the theory. Okay? And each individual must prove this theory for themselves in their own life and experience. Others may just say it works, but we can discover the evidence that it does work, but it will not work of its own accord. Okay? We have to work the process. It will not work of its own accord. Each has to make it work for themselves. We have to demonstrate in our lives that we are actually dealing with and using the ultimate causative force, that we are individualizations of the universal spirit, and that we are using universal law. Okay? You got to do it for yourself. Nobody can do it for you. It's just like I like to say, you got a path. Nobody can walk it for you. We can walk beside each other. We can hold each other's hands. We can tell each other. We can comfort each other. We can treat for each other. But in the long run, if you're going to prove this theory, you have to prove this theory. You have to do the work to have it work in your life. And like I said, and like Jesse says on a regular basis, the best way is to do it when things are good. Do it before the weather drops to 17 degrees, Go ahead and do your treatments for while it's sunny, so that when it rains, you know what to do. And you don't have to think about it because you're an old hand at it. All right? That's my suggestion. That's my don't and here's where every science of mind person is going to say, don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Don't, just because I say it works. I don't want you to believe me. What I want you to do is try it for yourself so that you believe it for yourself. So that is my suggestion. All right. I'm trying to figure out what the noise is going on behind me, and I don't know what it is. So I can show you that there's, oh, well, here, let me get the other light out of the way. There's the two boys, and if I keep going, you can see the boy and the girl in the far window. So they're all enjoying the open window before the weather gets weird. So, yeah, we open the windows for them when we can. And it's 60 degrees out there right now. So it's hard to believe in 17 degrees on Monday, but here we are. We'll see what happens. All right. So, as long as I have power and internet, I will do this. So I will definitely do this tomorrow since I'm not driving to Austin. And if I have power on Sunday, I'll do it on Sunday. And if I have power on Monday, I'll do it on Monday. So, but right now what I'm going to do is encourage you to have a great day, wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a wrap this week up day, a get your preparations done day, a make sure that you have extra water just in case day, also drink plenty of water day, a cuddle your fur babies day, a do what you got to do day, a remember to bring your plants inside day or bundle them up day, a apparently I'm out of words day, a good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are spirit in motion, God in action, a brilliant light, a divine spark, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time at your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are godly. So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. So Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. Like I said, I'll be back with you around 9 tomorrow because the weather comes in tomorrow night. So take care of yourself. Stay warm, stay hydrated, and take care of yourself.